Office of Cultural Affairs on the first Friday of almost every month for Art on the Town, a free self-guided tour of local art galleries, art studios, museums, and alternative art spaces throughout the city of Wilmington. The Art Loop, as it is also known, runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m. The full-color Art on the Town magazine has images appearing directly next to gallery descriptions, a full map with a venue key, featured artist and curator of the month, artist opportunities, and local art news. You can pick up a copy at any venue or download it from the Art on the Town section of the city's website, wilmingtonde.gov/artloop. There are 2 free artloop shuttles that take passengers to the downtown and Trolley Square venues. The shuttle picks passengers up at 5:45 p.m. and returns by 8:45 p.m. Pickup and drop-off locations are listed in the magazine. Receptions at the venues offer a chance to meet the artists with their work. Most venues feature snacks and drinks, and some even have live music and other performances. Keep in mind that all Art Loop venues are free and open to the public during the loop, and that most venues will keep the art up until the following Art Loop. Most of the art on the loop is also for sale. Here's a highlight from the last Art on the Town. Brad Turner creates dense, multi-layered collages that feature familiar cartoon characters, each with a little something extra.
I'm selling an idea rather than a product. Sort of like the Michelin Man sells tires, or even Bob's Big Boy does food. I'm selling the idea of truth and truth-seeking. So the reason for the 3 eyes is Kid 3 Eyes himself, and amongst the other characters that I've developed. Kid 3 Eyes is naive about the truth, and he's asking questions about it. So the interpretation of questioning everything. And the reason for the 3 eyes is each individual eye sees his own individual truth. So I have an interpretation, you have an interpretation, and the absolute truth, what really did happen. So there's 3 eyes for each individual truth, 3 sides to every truth. With the robot, he's sort of in a stance of presenting the truth. You take it how you will. And then the Casper character is purely in the sense of a ghost. I can see through your lies to the truth. And I sort of use well-known, unknown characters, developed characters to make you think about particular instances in your life. Especially with Casper, people can relate to that instantly, their childhood, or even with the firecracker labels that I use. Fun times when you're a kid. A lot of it deals with growing up, adolescence, as well as using familiar passages within books. If you read some of the passages that I've ripped out of books, they sort of relate to the whole idea of truth-seeking. I believe that, you can present something as trivial as telling the truth to somebody in a cool way. I use comic books, I use ads from the 1930s in my art. I use a lot of comic book stuff to more or less relate a situation of how something has developed through the frames of a comic book or even a comic book page to get to the truth.
J.R. Falkinburg is on an artistic journey. Stylistically, his work is all over the place.
I'm an experimental artist, self-taught, have no training. So what I do is each piece that I do is basically a lesson for me. So I learn through mistakes. And what I do is I take on a different style every time I sit down. Most recently, I've actually kind of stuck myself into a style, which is this pop art, contemporary style, acrylic on canvas. But you're right, I am all over the place. I have different styles, impressionism, and like I said, pop, and the ones over there are more of a comic book, illustrations. I've done music, I've danced. I've done hip-hop, taught hip-hop. So I just like all aspects of art in itself, and I think that's why I think I'll never be in just one, set style. I like it all.
Make the Refresh Monthly After Party your final Art on the Town destination. Refresh features DJs and dancing, and the venue is listed on the website and in the magazine. For more information and a downloadable Art on the Town magazine, go online to wilmingtonde.gov/artloop.